Hi, welcome to our weekly update for DXTL TV from the Touchline, sister company to GRR 1-to-1. That's your very own online grassroots radio station, and I hope you've been tuning in. If you haven't, please go on to www.don'ttexttheline.com. There's loads to listen to, loads of shows. We try and get out and about. Okay, fair bit on the Merseyside area, but if you look on our posts and our past posts, there's plenty of celebrities that we've interviewed, so it's well worth listening to, and we're going to make that a massive improvement for 2016-2017. We say DXTL TV on the touchlines or from the touchlines. We will be getting out and about, but weather permitting. It is hard when you've got camera works and you've got teaming down rain and parents who don't want to be involved and interviews that you can't get because people are just a little bit fed up. Well, today on Merseyside the sun's shining, and let's hope many of these games can go ahead. I know there's been games cancelled because pitches are watered out yet again, and you must be well underway in your midweek games, so the very best of luck to each and every one of you. I know it's a hard work when you're playing 2-3 times per week. They're only kids, aren't they? But I asked the question, are the kids playing too much? And the answers are no, we're not. We want to play 7 days a week. And I cast my mind back to when I was a youngster, and yes, I wanted to play football 7 days a week. It doesn't matter. And I know the hierarchy, they say no, you're burning your kids out, but it's up to yourselves, managers, kids, committees as well. If you think it's too much, then simply don't play the games. But you will fall behind, as we all know, on the fixtures, and I'm sure there's many teams out there who are miles behind on fixtures, and I feel sorry for those. You can't blame the committees, they do a wonderful job. They're only safeguarding your children. Always take that in mind when you're going out there and your game's being cancelled. Don't blame the committees. They're doing it because they're under pressure. They don't want your child to get injured. And when you go home and make your Sunday dinner or whatever it may be, please think of that. The committees are there to help. They're all volunteers like ourselves. We're all out and about week in, week out, but not more so than the committees themselves, because they do hard work. You fail to go over to them and thank them at the end of every game. They should be thanked because, as I say, they are volunteers. They're putting in the work, tremendous amount of work, week in, week out, and I'm talking about 7 days a week for most of them. They're trying to get your fixtures on. Without them, there would not be any junior football. So bear that in mind as well when you go and you support your child to a football league in the juniors side of things. Please respect the committees, respect the referees, because without them there would be no game. And please, it's getting towards that start or that end of the season where you've got cup games, and each and every one of you out there, you know, you carry on with cup games differently. If it goes to penalties, there's murder. I only witnessed not so long ago where managers and a few parents were really on the referee's back because they lost a cup fixture. They blamed him, and it's not right. Every time a free kick comes, it's the referee's fault. If a goal goes in, it's the referee's fault. You can't do that. Get on with the game. It's a game of football for the kids. Again, they're only developing their skills, and you as a manager, you as a parent are there to encourage them. So please take this message on board. Respect wherever you are on a touchline. And if you've got the barriers managers, please put them out, because my pet hate is pitch encroachment. I hate to see it week in, week out. If there's no barriers there, then that's the failure of not just the leagues, it's the failures of the managers themselves, because it's not fair on the kids playing football, it's not fair on the referees either. If you've got them a metre away from the touchlines, it makes a massive difference. It's a deterrent. It's a deterrent for poor touchline behaviour and pitch encroachment. So please try and purchase them. I'm not a salesperson for the barriers. I just want to see barriers up and running everywhere in junior football. I think they should be made mandatory, but it's whoever does them. I know there's a lot of complaints that they can't get the barriers. People stand on them, people snap the tapes, people push them over. Yes, we know, but that's down to your club. That's down to the experience of a manager who knows what he's doing. If he's got those parents at hand, those parents should respect everything that belongs to your club. And if they don't, start fining them. Be a bit of a man, you know, sometimes, or a lady, you know, if you can, towards your parents, towards the kids. Let them know you should have rules in your league as well. And if you can have a parents meeting once a month and explain to them what it's all about in grassroots football, then I'm sure they will take more of an understanding whenever they turn up at grassroots football, especially if you're starting a new team. You've got to encourage the parents to come every week, to make sure they encourage the kids in turn and encourage yourself. And why not ask the parents to help you? Don't be a martyr. I used to do it. I used to put goals up, nets up, clip the subs, pick the teams, put the goals away, put everything away. At the end of it, I was sometimes 99.9%, I was freezing cold at the end of it. But you get on with it, don't you? And I didn't ask for help. But, you know, it's welcome. Be a manager and say to them, look, in your monthly meeting, try and call a monthly meeting if you can, by the way. It does make a difference, not with the kids, just with the parents, because it starts getting distracting if you've got the kids there. It's like running the team all over again. You know what it's like. One listens, the other one talking to his mates, throwing mud, whichever it may be in grassroots football. Well, if you can get the parents there, that's a massive, massive bonus. Once a week. And if they don't turn up, send the messages home and make sure that what you sent home, they sign for, so they understand them. Anyway, it's lovely being talking to you again. We're away on Monday and we should have some good information for you next week. We're going to visit Grassroots UK down in the northeast. So don't cross the line, and Grassroots UK and 121 magazine. We could be telling you some great news next week. Fingers crossed, I'll come back with a few interviews. In the meantime, I've got to give a mention, which I've just thought on, to Colin and Adam's charity football match, which takes place tomorrow. And DXTL have gladly put up the cups for them. They've got a five-a-side in May, and they've got this charity 11 game tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to going down to Kirby College there tomorrow and seeing a great game of football. We are going to be supporting it. Hopefully the weather is not going to come in what they're saying now across the country. Cold weather, snow. April, dear me, I can do with the showers, but I can't do with the snow and frost. Dear me, we need to do something about this weather. 3G pitches all around, but no, I'm a real supporter of grassroots. It's on real grass. I think it's absolutely fantastic to see football on that. Brings your skills out. Anyway, we'll be back again next weekend. We'll give you that information. In the meantime, please heed the message, respect wherever you are. Encouragement, fair play, sportspersonship on the touchlines. Till next week, Mal Lee signing off for DXTL TV from the touchlines. Don't cross the line, and GRR 121. See you next week.